Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in USL Championship. We'll take you backward before we go forward, get you through the last 7 days, get you ready for the next 7 days, what to watch, where to watch it, what the standings are, all the storylines, and everything you need to know about life in USL Championship. So as promised, we'll go back over the last 7 days and get you ready for the next 7 days. In matchups starting back last Friday, Charleston put 5 on Indy 11 in one of the early shockers of the weekend. So big win for Charleston at Patriots Point, and goals all happen after the 50th minute. So the final 40 minutes in front of a crowd of 28-45, Joshua Encarnacion in the middle, you end up with 5 goals on the board. Myers in the 52nd, Ikaza in the 70th, Markanich in the 78th, Jackson Conway in the 85th, Robbie Crawford at 90 plus 5. 5-0 win for Charleston. Stunning Indy 11 on the road. Saturday at Keyworth, Detroit City and Rhode Island FC on Big CBS ended up being a 1-1 draw. Birmingham Legion, Hartford Athletic a 2-2 draw. Loudon put 4 on the Miami FC, winning 4-1. It was a goalless draw. Memphis 9-0-1 and El Paso Locomotive at AutoZone. Switchbacks 2-0 winners over Phoenix Rising at Widener Field in beautiful downtown Colorado Springs. And that gets us to our first match of the week. Lou City goes to the Lab to take on New Mexico United. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
50 goals scored this season as they chase the championship's all-time record. We're underway from the Lab here. It's New Mexico United versus Louisville City FC on home soil.
The one worrying thing is the one loss and the one draw are now back-to-back games. So that's something that I'm sure they'll be looking to put right. And again, we keep saying the same thing over and over again. Formidable opponent tonight. But again, getting people like Gloucester back, Maples back in there as well. Micheletto barely able to help out Hosu in midfield as well.
Louisville looking to ask some questions here. Just 3 minutes in, and a shot goes in, and it's just over the crossbar of Alex Tambakis. That was Winder unleashing one.
Going over, but a little warning shot already.
And Elijah Winder, you look at the 21-year-old, he's already got 5 goals this season, Chris. So despite playing in somewhat of a holding midfield role, as we've seen, he's not afraid to have a pop. And we'll have a look here at Danny Cruz, his 4th season with the club. He's the youngest to coach in the championship final. He guided his team last season to a 5th-place finish. As Flanagan looking to cause some problems here, and ultimately Loss able to clear it. And this ball turned over. It's Daniel Bruce. Plays it forward for Flanagan. Flanagan lets one go with the left, but no problem for the keeper there, Chris.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be a theme tonight watching. Like you, I watched a little bit of the last couple of games for Lou City as well, and they are susceptible to, they always want to play out. They want to play the game, the inverted commas, the right way. They are susceptible to giving the ball away. If you get your triggers right and get your pressure right, you can really win the ball in good areas, and that's what happened there. Daniel Bruce able to pick off the pass. Just wasn't quite able to turn it into a really decent shot on goal there. Flanagan just lost his feet a little bit. Looks like he's maybe tweaked his ankle a little bit as well. He's walking a little gingerly right now. But it was good to see some away fans as well.
Wilson Harris trying to win the throw-in. It's awarded to New Mexico. Harris, as we mentioned, 12 goals to his name as New Mexico look to break. Here comes Gloucester as he has a go. Punched away by Loss. Micheletto, and his shot deflects off Daniel Bruce.
Came on in the second half. That was more because desperation, I would say. He was probably due a break, especially with such a big week. And when he came on, Caelan Ryden was pushed up front. But yeah, I mean, like I say, Herbert and Maples have made a great partnership this year. That's why it's been so hard for Caelan Ryden to get back in the team.
Turns this ball over. It goes back to Loss. Pressure there from Daniel Bruce, just forcing Loss to boot it away. Oh, and what a touch. That was Wilson. Here's Winder now. Back to Wilson. McFadden. He's dangerous from this area. And what an opportunity for Wilson Harris. Bailey able to get a touch on it, but Louisville back in possession. McFadden now. He's dangerous from these areas. McFadden eventually gets one into the box. And what a save from Tambakis, but the rebound is smashed home. It's Wilson finding the back of the net for Louisville City and opening up the scoring.
Knocked out to the top of the box. I can't see who that's Harris who takes the initial shot.
Here in Albuquerque. In fact, a lot of his training is done right across the street from where we are here at the University of New Mexico track. As this ball goes in, and the header from Diaz just over the bar of Alex Tambakis. And Louisville looking for a second.
Highest player there again. Dangerous from so many different positions. What a ball in. It almost looks like Tambakis thinks he can get there then as well.
Tambakis he was being closed down. McFadden heads it back in. Here's the goal scorer, Wilson. And a pop from deep, and that one goes just wide.
If he didn't take care of it.
Topo Chico hard seltzer corner kick. Here's Davila. And McFadden gets the initial save, and the one-handed save there from Tambakis. What a play there from the Greek goalkeeper.
Flick on it as well, and he has to adjust so quickly.
It was Winder who got the deflection.
Yeah, and that save he pulled off earlier on, the one-handed save early on in the second half, kept it at a one-goal game. That's when Louisville City were really pushing to try and make it two. Really kept New Mexico United in the game.
Akale able to slip by the defender. Akale goes down a little too easily there for the officials' liking as Hosu unleashes a rocket.
So much whip on it. It looked like it maybe caught Loss a little by surprise. It came through so quickly. And see just his fingertips there, wasn't it?
As we finally get back underway here, New Mexico perhaps with one more attempt. Who knows how much time is still remaining on the officials' watch. Mohamed heads this forward, and it's just sent away to the corner here by Louisville. And that is the full-time whistle here at the Lab. A massive victory for the visitors as they shut out the black and yellow for the first time here.
So a big win on the road. Two of the top teams in USL Championship, East and West, and Lou City gets the early nod. Toyota Field, FC Tulsa goes on the road and beats San Antonio FC 3-1, and that gets us to our second match of the weekend. It's East and West. Monterey Bay at Cardinal hosting Tampa Bay Rowdies. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
And it should be a fun one here tonight. Hope you can come in and stay a while with us. Michael Watching, Carmen Bokine, and her crew. And we're underway. Monterey Bay and Tampa Bay Rowdies for the third time. Who chooses this ball? Yet again, Martinez swinging it in. It's a nice header. And Brino does well. Guzman latched onto it, and Brino makes his first save of the night. Enjoying a chilly evening in Seaside. Cross comes in here. It's a nice flick on by Jennings, winning that header, and Siaha corrals the league leader in saves.
7-4, but still the others have more than 13 games all throughout.
Here's Doherty, splitting defenders. Doherty winding up. Doherty off the ball fake, hits the crossbar. Nobody ever stopped him. Siaha infuriated
Because he was truly unmarked. Nobody was trying to at least do something. He just glazed throughout and then gets that great shot that goes to the crossbar.
At least for a moment, Nalati winds this ball up, and it's Traeger sprinting into space. Has two choices in the middle. Traeger bounces around a defender, tight ropes the line, weaves it back. Dixon shot, hits the net. Traeger finds space. Alex Dixon scores his third of the season, and Monterey Bay lead 1-0.
And it's truly this story of soccer. When you don't score one, literally immediately you get one against. And that's what happened. A good counter, well read over there. Traeger just knowing exactly where to put the ball. aside from the effort defensively, without the goalkeeper there, it was impossible. Who was the player who put the Guillen? Guillen just tried to get the ball out.
Stands over the top of this with Lewis Hilton. Who will it be? It's Lewis Hilton striking it, and on one short hop, Siaha smothers.
Well done by Lewis Hilton in that one. Just being able to put the ball with the speed necessary, but at the end you had a goalkeeper that was just ready, positioned there in the middle, and stayed with the ball.
Instead, they're in third in the East. Jennings winds up. Siaha cradles this ball.
Oh, and that's a good resource to take in consideration because Jennings
tighten the screws around in the corner. Joshua Perez pounds this ball too high.
Ooh.
Was looking to see if Siaha would have that opposite post covered. Here's Perez lining this ball up. Siaha with the left hand pokes it away. Ian. Bodily. Ball takes a ricochet off of Jennings. Stays in the box. Neon Gabiri. It's Arteaga. And Siaha has to get the right fist up in time to deny Arteaga. Pressure starting to amplify from Tampa Bay. A hazy evening that almost resembles what you would expect around Halloween here in Seaside. A little early for spooky season.
Yeah. Only my son is hoping it's Halloween already. It's candy all day, right?
Your son and my black cat both hoping that it's... My black cat thinks it's always Halloween. Here's a shot attempt that Siaha pushes away. Crisostomo found space at the top of the 18.
And this is now the fourth time that we've seen the possibilities coming for Tampa Bay from a mid-distance.
Here's this ball in. Knocked down. Well handled. On the pivot. Here's Arteaga. Arteaga's shot hits the outside of the bar.
And with the fresh legs coming in, it's going to be interesting to see because Tampa Bay is going to keep going forward. They're going to try to see if they can clinch another comeback. And Monterey Bay has to step up.
And there it is. That is the equalizer. How about that? Just as you were talking about it, Cal Jennings picking out space. Anthony Siaha doesn't have the answer this time, and it's 1-1.
Okay, and I don't know who's more without understanding of what happened, if me or Siaha, because he wasn't even prepared for that ball to end up going.
Score to date is produced for Tampa Bay. The Rowdies have won 8 straight when he's scored. Tied at 1 now. This cross comes in. It's a pounding header by Dixon against Crisostomo. And it's the 27-year-old for Tampa that wins the race. Yet again, here comes Rebelar. Rebelar snares it. It's Treger. Tristan Treger gets a piece, but not enough. Brino alerts. The game winner in the 87th minute. Chips this ball back. Fernandez. It is a penalty. Third penalty given by Nabil Ben Salah. He was standing right there.
And I think there's no doubt in this one. He was literally in front of it. He ended up getting him with his lower part of the body with the leg. And then
tied at 1. Arteaga a chance to put Tampa Bay in front. Arteaga blasts this ball into the net. Manuel Arteaga scores for the 12th time this season, and Tampa Bay lead for the first time tonight.
And we talked about the two forwards in the start of the match, how incredible they were coming into this game.
It's been an entertaining match all night. And it felt like a new era of this Monterey Bay side. A confident group, an energized team. But credit Tampa Bay for their performance. Green stabs at it. Traeger ties it up in the second minute of stoppage time. Monterey Bay back even at 2.
And this is clearly a point that can be considered 3 points because it is gold. You know, they had it first and then they were able to just equalize the match. We were talking about that just a few minutes ago. If the pressure and the necessity was going to be there, and Traeger with his 7th goal
pops this ball inside of the box. And there is the full-time whistle. An electric night tonight in Seaside. Back and forth affair with each team holding a lead tonight.
So shared result for Monterey Bay and Tampa Bay on an early kick at Cardinal, 1 point each in the East and the West. In Irvine, California, at Championship Soccer Stadium, North Carolina FC knocks off Orange County 1-0. Same score. Pittsburgh goes on the road to Heart Health and knocks off Sacramento 1-0. Big win for Bob Lilly on the road in Sacramento. Wednesday, goalless draw Detroit City and Pittsburgh as Pittsburgh had to come from one end of the country to the other. And Indy 11 knocks off Rhode Island FC, stops their streak, their successful streak at 9 matches of getting points. And so Indy 11, 1-0 winners over Rhode Island FC. And later Friday night at 1 OK, FC Tulsa is going to be hosting Orange County SC. So that sets you up with where things are in the standings in USL Championship. Prinks Performance Standings presented by Prinks Tires. Lou City and Charleston, no surprise, hanging out with one another at the top of the East. 47 points as Lou City is 1-4-5 to 46 for Charleston Battery, 3-1-1 in their last 5. Now, if you want to call it B+, Group 1B or 2A, Tampa Bay is third right now at 39 points, unbeaten in their last 5. Indy 11 at 35 points, Legion at 32, Detroit City at 30. They have not won in their last 5. They only have 3 points. Loud United has 30 points as well. They've hit each column once in their last 3. Rhode Island, once again, with their unbeaten string snapped, they are at 29 points, still north of the playoff bar. North Carolina FC has hit each column once in their last 3. They're at 26 points, as is Pittsburgh, who is now unbeaten in 5. They've won 3 and drawn 2, unbeaten in 5. They're climbing the ladder right now, behind North Carolina FC in goal difference by 4 goals. Same number of wins, but they've also played 2 more matches than North Carolina FC. Hartford Athletic is at 22 points, and the Miami FC 2-18-2. They are at a goal difference of minus 31. 22 matches, 8 points on the year, and they've lost 5 in a row. Western Conference, New Mexico United has lost 2 in a row, and they still have a 3-point lead on Sacramento Republic, and they have still played 1 more match than New Mexico United. Oakland Roots snapped a 2-game losing streak last time out. They're at 32 points, and they have 1 more win than Memphis, 901. Switchbacks at 31. They have 1 more win than Vegas Lights, who are unbeaten in their last 5. Orange County has lost 3 of 4. They're at 27 points, but they have 1 more win than Monterey Bay, who has only 1 win in their last 5. Phoenix Rising and FC Tulsa are lurking at 9 and 10. Phoenix Rising has one notch in each of the last 3 columns. Win, draw, loss. FC Tulsa has 19 matches played, the least amount of matches played in the Western Conference, and at 25 points, they can make up some ground. They are unbeaten in their last 4. San Antonio FC at 20 points. They've lost 3 in a row and 4 of 5. El Paso Locomotive snapped their 4-game losing streak with a draw last time out. They are at 13 points through 21 matches with a record of 3-14-4. Get you through all of the news and notes and everything that is going on in USL Championship. And it is Johan Peñaranda was given a Championship Player of the Month for FC Tulsa, presented by our friends at Konami eFootball. Peñaranda between the sticks for FC Tulsa, vital to their climb up the ladder. 93.3 save percentage, 3 shutouts, and 4 appearances in a huge July for them as FC Tulsa is climbing the standings. So also on the board, Vegas Lights signed U.S. Youth International Vaughn Koval, and signing Koval for Vegas Lights continues their rebirth in trying to climb the Western Conference and USL Championship. The 21-year-old competed with the US U23s at the 23 Pan Am Games, competed for Hull City in USL Championship, and so now, once again, pending league and federation approval, he's heading stateside for the first time in his professional career. The native of San Diego, California, raised in England, came through Southampton's academy before joining the pro ranks in League Two with Forest Green Rovers. So a rival for Vegas Lights once again. You have Edison Azcona coming in from Inter Miami, Coleman Gannon coming in, Sean Smart coming in this year, and now you add Vaughn Koval, attacking midfielder for Vegas Lights. So Vegas Lights continues to stockpile names and bringing folks in. So they are to be taken seriously when it comes to the Western Conference. Switchbacks have added Justin Dillon via a transfer from El Paso Locomotive. So that is to bolster the roster for Colorado Springs. 41 goals, 22 assists, 163 appearances in regular season and playoffs. Club transferred Wahab Akwe to El Paso in a corresponding move. Once again, details of the transaction not public, both pending league and federation approval. Dillon joined the Locomotive prior to the 24 season, made a big impact on the team, 3 goals, 2 assists, and 23 chances. And then before his time in El Paso, he was at San Antonio FC. 16 goals, 16 assists, 80 appearances across the USL Championship, Player Shield in 22. And you get to add Justin Dillon to the stacks for Colorado Springs as they continue to make a push in the West. And also, once again, that corresponding move, the Locomotive adding former All-League selection Wahab Akwe as a transfer from Colorado Springs. So a trade, but not really a trade, in bringing in Akwe. The 27-year-old center back becomes the 4th former RGV Toros player to reunite with Wilmer Cabrera this summer. So you understand where Wilmer Cabrera is coming from, and bringing in players that he knows will do what philosophically he wants to do out there on the pitch. So Wahab Akwe, the center back, bringing the resume to Southwest University Park. He had fallen out of the rotation at switchbacks after early season appearances, and so you know that Wilmer Cabrera will play Akwe at center back for El Paso Locomotive. So corresponding moves across the board for El Paso and for Colorado Springs. Your championship save of the week for Week 22 came down to, obviously, the 4 contenders each and every time. Jamali Waite from El Paso, Christian Herrera for Colorado Springs, Alex Tambakis, New Mexico United, and Eric Dick in Pittsburgh. And so the way that traditionally this works is that you can vote on it Tuesday through Friday, and it's announced Friday at noon Eastern, and it is done later in the afternoon. So go to uslchampionship.com. You can vote early in the week and make sure that later in the week you know that you are being your voice is being heard when it comes to everything going on in USL Championship. USL Championship goal of the week for Week 22 came down to a couple of different players in the selection process. It was Clay Holstad for Rhode Island, Tommy Williamson for Loudoun United, Edwin Lazo for FC Tulsa, and Edward Kizza for Pittsburgh. Once again, you can vote on those Monday through Thursday. You have until noon Thursday Eastern time to dial that up. So it's Holstad, Williamson, Lazo, and Kizza. Once again, goal of the week presented by Select, the official soccer ball of the USL Championship. So once again, goal of the week, you go to USL Championship. You can vote Monday through Thursday. Save of the week, you vote Tuesday through Friday. And then the results are posted on the website at uslchampionship.com. Team of the week for Week 22. And Loudoun United's Khalil Almedkar earns Player of the Week honors after a 2-goal display against the Miami FC. So you also have on the list brought to us the team of the week is the coach of the week is Mario Sanchez for FC Tulsa. Your back line, Jamali Wade in net, Matt Real from Switchbacks, Justin Malou, North Carolina FC, Robbie Dambro from Loudoun United for your back three. Juan David Torres from Charleston, Lazo from Tulsa, Emilio Icaza from Charleston Battery, Valentin Noel from Vegas Lights, and your forwards, El Medkar, Markanich, Tristan Traeger from Monterey Bay. Your bench, Eric Dick, Lamar Batista from North Carolina, Matt Mahoney from Switchbacks, Denny Crisostomo from Tampa Bay, Clay Holstad, Philip Goodrum from Tulsa, and Jansen Wilson for Lou City. What else is on the board? Well, what else is on the board is what to watch and where you can watch it for the weekend. And your viewing guide, and traditionally what we do with the viewing guide is we give it to you both with USL Championship and with USL League One, so you can watch everything going on with USL League One, and we'll add up USL Super League coming up in just a couple of weeks as well as a part of all of this. FC Tulsa Orange County's on the plus. On Saturday, Pittsburgh and San Antonio's on Golazo Network at 7. Charleston Battery Memphis 901 on 2 to NA and ESPN Plus at 7:30. ESPN Plus has North Carolina and Colorado Springs Switchbacks, Rhode Island and Hartford Athletic on the plus, as well as El Paso and the Miami FC. Lou City Sacramento at 9 o'clock on ESPN2. Back on the plus, Monterey Bay Birmingham Legion, Roots and Loudoun United, Vegas Lights in Detroit City. Phoenix Rising in Tampa Bay is your late-night match at the corner of 38th and Washington on Golazo Network. Sunday, Indy 11, New Mexico United, 5 o'clock kick on 2 to NA. League One, Jägermeister Cup. We've gone out of the group stage, so Central Valley late night against Union Omaha's on the plus, as is on Saturday. Charlotte Greenville, Lex SC, and One Knox. Richmond Kickers, South Georgia Tormenta, and Forward Madison, and Chattanooga Red Wolves. And so those are your lineups for what to watch, where to watch it, and how to watch it this week when it comes to USL and USL League One. Let's get into the juice boxes before we go and let you know what the juice box purveyors are thinking when it comes to all of the matches on in USL Championship. And once again, with the stacked group that we have here over the next 7 days, FC Tulsa favored at home tonight on Friday against Orange County at a minus 127. Orange County's a plus 290. Matchups tomorrow, and there are 3, 6, 9, 10 of them. And then you have Indy 11 and New Mexico United on your Sunday. Riverhounds favored at home at a minus 161 going up against San Antonio FC. Charleston minus 179 hosting Memphis 901 at a plus 405. North Carolina is a plus 104 hosting Switchbacks at a plus 250. Rhode Island FC minus 169 hosting Hartford Athletic at a plus 388. El Paso Locomotive favored at home. Of course, they're playing the Miami FC. A minus 189 for El Paso compared to a plus 432 for the Miami FC. Lou City also at 9 o'clock against Sacramento Republic at a minus 159. Sacramento Republic on the road at plus 386. Monterey Bay, 10 o'clock, is a slight underdog against Birmingham Legion. Legion are a plus 150. Monterey Bay is a plus 160. Roots at 10 o'clock, plus 118, hosting Loudoun United at a plus 204. 10:30, Vegas Lights, minus 104, hosting Detroit City at a plus 252. And Phoenix Rising at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, plus 259, hosting Tampa Bay. Rowdies are a minus 101. And your draws a plus 229. Your matchup on Sunday, Indy 11 and New Mexico United at the Mike. Indy 11 a plus 119. New Mexico United is a plus 188. And your draw is a plus 243. Reminder, if you are in market and can catch any of the action in USL Championship, please do, because you get to see the next generation and you get to see a lot of great soccer towns and a lot of great teams in the second division of the U.S. Soccer Pyramid. Also, if you are in town and cannot make it, follow along on local providers, or you can follow along on your favorite streaming services that are attached to the teams in USL Championship. If you're out of town, can't make it, then what you do is you go through the streaming services. You get to find out what's going on that way. You can follow along on local providers. And also, you can catch up with us every single week when it comes to all of the action in USL Championship and USL League One. But that is your rundown of USL Championship for this week as we get you ready for everything that is going on in USL Championship. We mentioned the matchups on the weekend to get you through your Sunday. After Sunday's activity on the 11th, you're good until Wednesday the 14th. The Miami FC at Pitbull Stadium hosting Memphis 901. 9 o'clock at the Lab, FC Tulsa visits New Mexico United. 10:30 at Hard Hill, Sacramento Republic gets El Paso Locomotive. And a week from Friday, August 16, Birmingham Legion hosting Detroit City at Protective. That is the rundown of everything going on in SDH's coverage of everything USL Championship. Play safe, everybody. Enjoy the games, and we'll catch up with you next week.